Beautiful Living with Keisa, right? Welcome everyone to Beautiful Living with Keisa. I'm your host, Keisa, the beauty coach. Empower women to live beautifully in life, business, and style, and I'm beyond thrilled to embark on this journey with you on tonight. Beautiful living isn't just a destination, it's a journey that we get to take every single day. It's about deciding what you want your life to look like and taking the necessary steps to make that vision a reality. And in today's episode of Beautiful Living with Keisa, we'll be diving into how to step into your greatness and elevate your life. And I'm going to give you three powerful ways to do so. So before we get started, I want you to go ahead and share this episode. Click that share button for me. Click the share button so don't be selfish. Click the button so you can share this out, right? And so when I think about greatness isn't something you chase. It's something you embody. Okay? Greatness isn't something that you chase. It's something that you embody. Let's talk about how to your greatness and elevate your life. There are three areas in which I will be talking about on tonight. One, cultivating a healthy self relationship. Two, knowing and living in your purpose. And three, showing up to represent your brand. I can't wait to get to that part, right? Showing up and representing your brand. And so when we think about cultivating, the first thing I'm going to talk about is cultivating a healthy self relationship, right? And when I think about cultivating a healthy self relationship, it's okay. First of all, let me just tell you what cultivating a healthy self relationship is. It is the relationship that you have with yourself, and we must take the time to cultivate our self relationship before we can go out and have healthy relationships with other people. And we teach people how to treat us based on our own level of self love, our own level of self-awareness and self-reflecting and all the work that we put into ourselves. When we worked on ourselves, we ain't letting nobody just come over like, and I don't been through too much. I don't did too much work to let you come over here and think you finna disrupt what I got going on over here, right? So when we are cultivating a healthy self-relationship, your relationship with yourself is the foundation of all things. It is the foundation of all things as it sets the tone for every other aspect of your life, right? And so, for those of you who are joining me, we're going to be talking about stepping into your greatness and elevating your life. And one thing is cultivating a healthy self relationship. The second one is living and operating your purpose. And the third one, I can't wait to talk about showing up to represent your brand. Y'all need to stick around for that one, okay? Showing up and representing your brand, okay? And it doesn't matter if you work a 9 to 5 or you're an entrepreneur. So stick around. So cultivating a healthy relationship, as I was saying, is the relationship that you have with yourself. So your relationship, your self-relationship is the foundation to all things. It sets the tone for every aspect of your life, right? And so in order to start to cultivate a healthy self-relationship, you must take the time to do self-reflection. I talk about it all the time. I talk about it. Hey, Courtney. Thank you, girl. Thank you. And so it's so important. It is so important that you take the time to self-reflect, right? Take the time to self-reflect. Hey, nobody. Hey, I'm nobody, just a fan. You are somebody, McGee Courtney over on Instagram, and then my Courtney over here on YouTube. Hey, right? And so you must take the time to do some self-reflection. Why? Because things keep repeating themselves in your lives and you're not understanding why. And you might be allowing these things because you're not taking the time to self-reflect. Like, why is it a trigger? Why do you respond a certain way when someone may say something? Why, if somebody giving you constructive criticism, all of a sudden you pop off, right? And it's because it's probably something that's rooted in you. I remember somebody said something to me, and it hit to the core, right? It got to the core of me. But I instantly got off the phone And I instantly, in that moment, I self-reflect. I said, why did I respond that way? Why did it hurt my feelings? What in that conversation? Why? I didn't do nothing. I had to sit with it, y'all. I sat with it. I got a pen and a paper, and everything that came to my mind, I wrote down. And I was able to get to the root of the reason why I felt the way I felt in that moment, to the point where I made a decision to call the person back and apologize, because they was like, what did I do? And I let them know that I didn't know that there was something inside of me. It was something they triggered. And I gave them the whole background to what it was, and I apologize. And so, but you can only do that when you are self aware and you self reflect. And so, cultivating a healthy self relationship, you have to self reflect, right? So, self reflection is a deliberate process where you take the time to think deeply about your thoughts, your feelings, your actions, and experiences, usually after an event or situation that happened, like me, right? It was something that happened that caused me to self reflect. And then analyzing and evaluating your past behaviors to learn from them, right? The goal of self reflection is growth and learning. Taking a moment to review your past actions and experiences can help you gain insight into patterns that you have. So, or the behaviors that you have, or the decisions that you are making, right? Allowing you to approve and adjust. And when you approve and adjust, that's for future growth, right? It helps you to grow in those moments, right? So, self reflection is more about your personal journey and less about how others perceive you, right? It's about your personal growth journey. And if I say that you should self reflect often, every day, at the end of the week, self reflect over your week, how you felt, what triggers you, just self reflect and why. And then get to the deep down why. Like, you have to really get down to the rooted tootie of the issue, so that you can grow and become the best person. That's how you elevate in life. You have to self reflect. Then you have to do some self awareness, right? And so Courtney said that's her. Courtney D over here on YouTube says that's me, right? And so when you self-aware, when you're self-aware, practice self-awareness, it is so important to know who you are. It allows you to know who you are at your core, right? Your strengths, your weaknesses, your values, and what are your passions. And so when you're self-aware of yourself, you get to know that about yourself. And a lot of times that comes as a result of doing some self-reflection, right? You don't self-reflect. I don't like this no more. These are the things I like. This is where I want to go. These are the reasons why, and then you create these core values, right? And then, operating your passions and your strengths and your weaknesses. So self-awareness allows you to live more intentional. Okay. It allows you to live more intentional, right? And so it helps you to make better decisions. It helps you to manage your emotions and improve your relationships, because you understand how your actions affect yourself first before anybody else, and then other people. All right. And so cultivating a healthy self relationship. And I'm starting there because we like to get into relationships and we haven't done the work on ourselves. And then we get in these same relationships. You're wondering why it's the same. You're wondering why things are not moving like you wanted to, or you're still in the same place. I like to use the thing to say you in the same place you were last year, with just a different pair of drawers on. Okay, just a different pair of underwear on, right? Just hopefully a different color bra. I don't know, but you're in the same situation. Okay, nothing changed but your underclothing. Even in friendships, yes, Courtney D, yes, even in friendships, even in friendships. And so when you take the time to first self-reflect, then it helps you to become more self-aware of yourself. Okay, then it's about self-love and compassion, because life be lifing. Let's just keep it real. Life be lifing. Okay, life be lifing, and when life is lifing, sometimes we are super critical of ourselves, and we don't give ourselves grace and compassion and things. Right? We all have a history. We all have a past that we have dealt with, that we probably still dealing with. Some of the, that you may not be fully over some things. That's why self-reflecting is crucial in creating your own healthy self-relationship, because life be lifing, okay? And so, but in that, we must take the time to have some self-love, right? We must take the time to have compassion for ourselves, learn to give ourselves some grace, right? And treat yourself with kindness and respect. That gives you, it helps you to elevate, right? Elevate your confidence. And so when you give yourself grace, treat yourself with kindness and respect. Because if you don't, how are you expecting other people to do it if you can't do it for yourself? Okay, that helps you to elevate your confidence and set healthy boundaries. And so let's talk about setting healthy boundaries. I love talking about setting healthy boundaries. And so we're still on our first strategy or first way of creating or stepping into your greatness and elevating your life, which is cultivating a healthy relationship, right? And we're about to get into the second one shortly. But learning how to set healthy boundaries, it is so key to life, okay? Whether you are a mommy, whether you are not a mommy, right? Whether you're a wife, whether you're not a wife, whether you're employed, healthy boundaries in every area of your life, okay? I am the boundary queen over here, okay? I set boundaries, and it's not to be mean, but it's to protect you. It's to protect you and what you have going on. Why women think men are all cheaters? I don't know what they're talking about over there. Okay, so you need to come back when I'm talking about men being cheaters. I'll talk about that. So you just stay tuned. We're gonna get into that, okay? Because ain't all men cheaters, but we can talk about it. Anywho, so at the end of the day, setting healthy boundaries is crucial for our well-being, okay? And so first thing is figuring out what your core values are, figuring out where you are in life, figuring out where you are, period. Because until you understand where you are and who you are, you don't know how to set the boundaries. You don't know what boundaries to set, right? So I'm in a new season in life where currently, well, not currently, well, I am in this season where I have walked away, right, from my full-time job to pursue full-time entrepreneurship. That came with a whole new set of boundaries that I had to set with people, with family, with friends, with whoever, because it's a focus season, right? And when you set these boundaries, you communicate it to the ones that need to know, the people that you love. Hey, this is the season I'm in. This is what I'm going to be needing. You know, I may not answer. My phone may be on do not disturb, but if you need me, this is what you need to do, right? And it's just communicating, right? Because nobody know what you're going through or what you need if you don't speak up and say it, right? When I was working a 9 to 5, there were boundaries there. You know, people thought they can call me on the weekend about work. They thought they can call me after work hours about work. They thought that they can call me or they want to talk to me about work on lunch. No, those were boundaries because I still needed to be able to take care of myself. I needed to be able to, that was self-care for me, right? And it's like, no, I will answer that, but during these hours, right? And it wasn't to be mean, but it was to protect my own headspace, my own mind, all of that, how I felt. I didn't want to feel overwhelmed. I didn't want to feel like every time I turn around, I can't breathe, you know, those things. So you have to figure out where you are in life, what it is that you need, and you need to communicate those in a very beautiful way. And if they overstep them, then you just reinforce those boundaries, right? And so self-care is crucial to our well-being. Learning to take care of yourself, you know, and self-care doesn't mean that you have to go get a massage, okay? Self-care doesn't mean that you got to go spend $100 to be able to take care of yourself, right? It's the little things. It's going to Trader Joe's and get a eucalyptus plant, put it in your shower, get you a shower bomb or something, and just take the longest beautiful shower and turn it into a spa-like thing. Close your door, turn on you some music or something, and just embrace and let the water wash you, right? That can be your self-care, because some people don't get a chance to indulge and enjoy bath time or shower time because they jumping in and jumping out because they always on the go, always rushing, always go, go, go. That didn't cost you nothing but a couple of dollars for a plant or a bag of steamers for your shower, right? Going to take a walk or getting some ice cream or whatever is not this grand thing of self-care, and ladies, I'm gonna say this very loosely. Going to get your hair done for most people, that's really not self-care. This is something because you don't know how to do your hair, right? So that is something that you just because you need to show up a certain way, you're going to get your hair done. Now, when I go get my hair done, I have to let my best friend who does hair, when I go to her, is not that often, but when I do go, I have to say to her, because I'm a licensed hairstylist as well. Well, I'm retired, right? But I still do my hair. But when I do go, I have to let her know this is my self-care time. And the reason why I can look at it as self-care is because I do my hair 99.9% of the time. And when I'm going to the hair salon, I just need to lean back in the sink. I just need somebody else to touch on my head and release me from that for a moment, right? And so that's why I said I'm going to say that very loosely, okay? And so you have to deem what self-care looks like to you and what it means to you and follow through on what that is. But it's very important that you get you a self-care routine, because in the world that we're living in and how life be lifing, you need to know what to do to take care of yourself. The last but not least, under cultivating a healthy self relationship, because I can go on and on, because in my book, The Journey to Beautiful Living, chapter 5, talk about self relationships and relationships with other people. So get the book if you don't have it, because it goes really, really deep into that. But number 4 of this is growth mindset. Okay. Growth mindset. Hey, love, to me to piece this over on Instagram. Growth, creating a growth mindset. And yes, I know who you are. Helps you to cultivate a deep connection with yourself, right? Means being committed to self-improvement and not fearing failure. And so when you create a growth mindset and not a fixed mindset, no matter what it looks like, you are committed to keep going. You are committing to maybe have to take some detours. However, you're going to reach the goal, okay? Because you don't have a fixed mindset and you don't have that, and you're okay with self-improvement, investing in yourself, okay? Investing, that could have been a whole session by itself, okay? And so growth mindset and not fixed mindset. So it helps you to cultivate a deep connection with yourself and, helps you to be more committed to self-improvement and not fearing failure, okay? And so we want to jump into number 2, the second way: know, live, and operate in your purpose. And so greatness flows naturally when you are aligned with your purpose. Greatness flows naturally when you are aligned with your purpose, okay? And so discovering your purpose, okay? I'm big on purpose, people. I'm big on purpose. Discovering your purpose. Sit with yourself and identify what truly drives you, okay? Whether it's your passions, whether it's your talents, whether it's some impact that you want to make in the world. What is it? What is it that make your heart beat? What is it that you have so much joy when you do it? What is it that you lay back and say, I want to do this in the world to make it better? Because when you think about purpose, you think about a problem that you can solve in the world, okay? And once you identify what that problem is that you can solve in the world, go forth and conquer, right? And so discovering your purpose, and I'm talking about this even in our 40s and 50s and 60s, because people get in that age bracket and beyond and think, well, I ain't never know what my purpose was. I'm this age now. It's too late for me. No, it's not. You above ground. So it's not too late. It's not too late for you to step in whatever God is calling you to do, right? I know I am to empower, inspire, teach, influence, and all these things. It's the how I'm going to do it. So in the season of teaching, who am I teaching this season? Right now, I'm teaching women. In my Style and Empower course, in my Ascend course, right? I'm teaching them how to show up in life, in business, and in style, right? And so what is it that you are called to do? What problem can you solve? What need do you see that need? And it's not nothing, don't be looking at it like it's all something that has to be new under the sun, because the Bible tells us there's nothing new up under the sun, honey. I've been reading it. It's nothing new up under the sun, because some of the stuff I'm reading now, I'm like, we're dealing with that now. It's nothing new up under the sun. It's just the way that you're going to deliver it. It's just the way that you're going to do it. It's going to wait. It's the way that you're going to speak to the people, right? And somebody is waiting for you to show up because they ain't listening to the other people. And they can't move because you haven't moved. So when are you going to step up and step into what's in your heart and not fear the failure? And when you stay and once you find what your purpose is and your calling and you respond to that, I encourage you to check if your actions, if your career that you're doing, the career that you are in currently, and relationships reflect that purpose. Because it's about staying in alignment with your purpose. And a lot of people are not in alignment. We're not in alignment. And so you're not experiencing the greatest fulfillment. You're not experiencing the greatest fulfillment. And that's just the truth of the matter. I don't care. If you are out of alignment of purpose, that in what you are doing is only going to bring you so much joy before it doesn't. Okay? And so discovering your purpose and staying aligned with your purpose. So once you find what that is, I encourage you to check again if your actions, if your career, if your relationships align with that purpose. And let's talk about these relationships. I'm in a season of alignment. Okay. And it causes me to self-reflect. I'm going back to cultivating a healthy self-relationship, right? Causing me to self-reflect where I'm at and the people that are around me. And are they helping me to elevate, or are they, I'm just going to keep it at, are they helping me to elevate? Are the people in your life, and are you helping them to elevate? Is it a beautiful marriage? Because even when I talk about my future spouse, right? I speak in a way that they have to be my purpose partner. I don't want to have to explain what God has called me to do. Because I've had people to ask me, like, what is that again? What you mean? What you say you do? Did it? And I'm like, hold up. And don't even, because they don't understand it, they won't support it. So being in alignment, yes, amen to that. Being in alignment is so important, even with your partner, even in your relationships. And I am thankful for the people that are in my circle. And there are some that, they're just going to fall by the wayside naturally. I'm not going to have to do anything, right? They're just going to fall by the wayside naturally. And so and so who are those people? Is your career aligned in alignment with your purpose, right? Are your actions aligned in alignment with your purpose? And then living purposefully every single day. You need to learn to bring focus every day, asking, are the things that I'm doing in alignment with me knowing and living and operating in my purpose? And are the decisions that I'm making, are they in alignment with my purpose? I stopped because I needed you all to just think about that for a second. And so what I want you to do is to identify one thing you can do daily that aligns with your purpose. One thing that you can do daily. And if you work a 9 to 5, it doesn't mean that you're not operating in your purpose. Okay, y'all. So I have this new desk that my bestie bought me, and it's on wheels. And so y'all might have saw that real quick. So thank you, bestie. But I got to learn how to lock these wheels or something, because it just came into me. Okay. So That was a little sidebar because that thing came to me real quick. So I want you to take a moment, really and truly, because I was saying that just because you work a 9 to 5 does not mean that you're not in alignment with your purpose. Everybody is not everybody's not designed to be an entrepreneur or not called to that. But as much as I say that, I always still say that I believe that every woman that walks this earth has a business inside of them. Now, do they have to do it full time? Perhaps not. Maybe they can be part time entrepreneurship. But I believe in the depths of my soul, God just created all of us women to be entrepreneurs because we are the bomb.com. And there's so many things that we do on a day to day that can turn into a business. I don't care if it's cooking. I don't care if it's cleaning. I don't care if it's knitting. I don't care what it is. We are so multifaceted that it's something that you are doing that you can turn into a business. And I'm here for it. And I'm here to help you just to walk that all the way out. Because my head get to turning and charming when somebody tell me something that they even got an inkling that they want to do. And honey, I'm gonna give you a whole plan by the end of the conversation, okay? And so definitely have some self-reflection to do. Yes, Aliza, self-reflecting is I say we should do it daily. Okay. So take 5 minutes every day for self-reflection. Take 5 minutes every day at some point during your day to self-reflect. And I want you to journal. So when I was self-reflecting in that example that I gave y'all, I didn't have a journal right then because I did it in the moment, but I had a notepad or something. And I took that notepad and that pen and I just got to writing. Meditate on your thoughts, your emotions, and your intentions. And that's how you grow. That's how you elevate in life. This is the season and year of elevation, okay? Just in case you ain't heard it, let me let you know. This is the season of elevation. 2024, people will say it's almost over, but we still got some months, okay? And this is the season to set yourself up. So if you are just not at the point where you're trying to elevate, kudos to you. It's never too late. So if you're at that point right now, good. Because we got the rest of this year to get you right, to prepare you for what's to come, right? 2024 is the number 8. And it's about beginnings, about elevation. And so what we need to do is learn how to self-reflect and be okay if it causes you to drop a tear. Because even in that tear is growth. Even in that tear is release. Even in that tear is going to cause you to do something else. So don't be afraid to sit in it. Don't be afraid to sit in whatever those things are that pains you, that brings you, because you need to sit in it so much so that it causes you to want more, better, different for yourself. And because I self-reflect, and I'm so encouraging y'all to, I'm in a different season in life. That something that I might have, I'm okay being in my singleness. And I say that, I'm not saying that I say that because I'm not married. Okay. I'm just going to leave it that way. And I'm okay. But there might have been a time when I might not been okay. Like, Lord, when da. But when you self-reflect and you realize where you're heading and what you want and what your values and what your core and your things, you just not accepting anything just to have something. You just not. Hey, Diane, you just not. And so self-reflection is important. Knowing, living, and operating in your purpose. Diane, you got a business inside of you, and we need to talk. And so, yeah. And so knowing, living, and operating in your purpose, it's the greatest fulfillment. It's the greatest fulfillment. And it's time for you to discover what your purpose is. It's time for you to stay aligned. And once you discover it, make sure that you're staying aligned with your purpose. And it's time for you to live purposefully every single day, because people are dying, honey. And we don't know where we are in line for God to call us home. We have to start living truly like it's our last day and stop being so lackadaisical about life. Okay. Okay, y'all got me on this one because the purpose thing I told y'all that's really big for me, and that self-reflecting. Okay, because it causes you to be self-aware. It causes you to have compassion for yourself, but you have to have the right mindset. Last but certainly not least, you have to show up. So in order to step into your greatness and elevate in life, you have to cultivate a healthy self-relationship. You have to know, live, and operate in your purpose. And you have to show up and represent your brand. Let's talk about it, okay? Let's talk about it. So how are you showing up? How are you showing up and representing your brand? And you say, wait a minute. Now you just lost me because I don't have no business. What you mean? My brand. How I represent my brand. That news flash. You do have a brand. You are your brand. Yes, this is for everyone. A brand is for everyone, whether you are working a 9 to 5 or whether you are an entrepreneur. You are known for something. You are known for something. Okay? Whether it's good or bad. Whether it's good or bad. You are known for something. That's why you're a brand. Even in the workplace, you are known for something. So, how are you representing? How are you representing? How are you showing up? How you show up in the world speaks volumes to who you are. Okay? How you show up in the world speaks volume to who you are. People perceive you based on how you show up. Point blank, period. And I don't care if you're going into an office space or you going into a business meeting, entrepreneur space, or whatever. People perceive you and on how you show up. And this is your personal brand. So, newsflash. Everybody who thought that this didn't apply or doesn't apply, newsflash, it does. It applies to you. It applies to you because you are a brand. Okay, so like I said, whether you're an entrepreneur or work a 9 to 5, people perceive you based on how you show up. My brand is Beautiful Living. In every area, every aspect, every crook and nook of your life. That's my brand. And if it ain't looking beautifully, then Houston, we got a problem. And I say that because every day is not going to be rainbows and butterflies, but it's how we look at things. It's the perception. Because every day is truly beautiful. It's how we view what's going on in our life. And we still can choose to view it in a way that is not negative, no matter what it looks like. So I digress on that. So let me go on to the next thing. So when we're talking about showing up and representing your brand, consistency is key. So you need to be consistent in how you present yourself. And if you don't like or you haven't been presenting yourself in a way that reflects your core values and who you are and who you want to represent and who you are today in the space and season that you are entering, change it. Change it. You have the power and the ability to do something different. Change it. Right. Right, Courtney McGee. Yes, right. You have the ability to do something different. So if you don't like what you see, change it. You need to be consistent in how you present yourself, whether it's your appearance, whether it's your work, whether it's how you engage with other people. You need to be consistent in that. And that's if you're a 9 to 5 or you're an entrepreneur or whatever. You need to be consistent in whatever it is that you're doing. And then you need to show up authentically. It's time that you show up as your true self. That's what strengthens you, right? That's what strengthens your brand and who you are. Continuing to show up of who you are. I love all things beautiful. I just do. I think I came out the womb that way. I don't know. So when I leave out this house, I'm going to represent that. When I get on calls and I'm not leaving my house, I'm still going to represent that. If I'm getting on a recording that's only going to take the audio version, but we are face to face, but you're not taking that video, I'm still representing that. I've gotten on some lives and some podcasts with some people that just did not represent what they were supposed to be representing. So how are you really showing up for yourself, sis? Brother over there? How are you showing up for yourself? Who are you at your core? And until you are able to identify that at the core of you, that's when you're going to be able to really figure out how you really want to show up. You don't have to show up as everybody else. You don't have to show up looking like everybody else. But you're doing that because you don't know who you are. You're welcome. You're very welcome. So I want you to think about one thing you can do to elevate your personal brand, you. Whether it's updating your online profiles, dressing with intention, and if you need some help with that, you better come and join my Style and the Power. Because me and the ladies about to do a photo shoot. I'm so excited for that. And I'm so excited for that coming up. We've been in my Style and the Power course, and we've been getting to the nooks and crannies of styling and empowering ourselves, right? And how we're going to show up in this season and in future seasons of life. And so if you are needing some style help and dressing the part, and to match who you are and the season that you're in, and you're ready to start the business and all of that, you need to be contacting me at KeisaCampbell.com/book-online. Let me just put that up real quick so that you can see that piece of it. Write it down. I'm gonna let it stroll for a second. You need to contact me, okay? So I want you to think about one thing that you can do to elevate your personal brand, right? Whether it's updating your online profiles. I'm in the middle of doing that now. I just have to do Facebook. I don't did everybody but Facebook. So updating your online profiles. Get rid of that picture because I ain't blonde no more. But I love that picture and I ain't took it down. So I got to replace it. It's time. It's time to let old sister girl go because that's not who I am anymore, right? Who are you or who were you and you still showing up as a misrepresentative because that's not who you are anymore. So whether it's updating your online profiles, dressing with intentionality, and I'm going to tell you what that means. Knowing where you're headed and dressing the part for it. Dressing with intentionality or communicating more effectively, okay? I want you to think about one thing you can do to elevate your personal brand. I also want you to take 5 minutes. I'm giving y'all homework. Take 5 minutes a day to do some self-reflecting. I want you to identify one thing that you can do daily that aligns with your purpose. If we don't have a brand, you do have a brand. You do have a brand. You have a brand. It's who you are. You just need to identify who you are and how are you showing up in what space that is. Every time you step out the door, you are your brand. What are you representing? Who are you representing? What do you want to represent? What do you want to show to the world? How are you showing up to the world? What do you want somebody to see you? What do you want them to say or think when they see you? How's your personality? That's a brand. Oh, she's so sweet. She dresses really nice. She's a good helper. Whatever that is. It's not just about the outer closet, baby. It's about the inner closet as well. Your personal brand is the inner and outer work of the work that you need to do. Okay? People think about brand as entrepreneur and like, Coca-Cola is a brand, Walmart is a brand, Target is a brand. You are a brand. Okay, let me recap. We've been I've been speaking to y'all about the 3 ways to step into your greatness. Y'all got that website down, KeisaCampbell.com/book-online. Okay. Y'all got me all hyped up about this brand and this purpose and all of that. But we have been speaking about the 3 ways to step into your greatness and to elevate your life. And I talked about cultivating. The first step is to cultivate a healthy self-relationship. You do that by self-reflecting, by self-awareness. No need to apologize. It's okay. I'm glad you got it. You do that by self-reflection, self-awareness, self-love, and compassion. Giving yourself self-love and compassion, that means some grace, some kindness, respecting yourself, and all of that helps you to show up more confident, okay? And having a growth mindset, not a fixed mindset. So the first step to elevate life and stepping into greatness was cultivating a healthy self-relationship. Before you can cultivate relationship with other people, you got to learn how to cultivate your own self-relationship first, a healthy self-relationship. Do that by self-reflecting, self-awareness, self-love and compassion, and growth mindset. If you miss all the points that came up under that, I encourage you to go back because I talk about boundaries and self-care and all of those beautiful things to help cultivate a healthy self-relationship. And number 2 is know, live, and operate in purpose. So that's discovering your purpose. Once you have discovered that purpose, it's staying in alignment with your purpose, right? Making sure that the people, the relationships that you have in your life, making sure that the career that you are in, making sure that your actions, all of those stay in alignment with your purpose. If the people that are in your life is not in alignment where you're going ahead and your purpose in life, it's time for them to go because it's just going to be salt on an empty wound. It's going to burn. It's not going to feel good. It's going to keep you where you are, right? And we are in a season of elevation, and either they all can come, and that's beautiful. If they can't, just let them stay where they are until they can catch up or not, okay? And so stand in alignment with your purpose. And lastly, I was saying, living purposefully every single day, right? And so I want you to take one thing that you can do each day that will that aligns with your purpose, and just do it. One thing, okay? And then last but not least, we talked about showing up and representing your brand. And that doesn't mean that you have to be an entrepreneur. It doesn't mean that you have to be an entrepreneur to have a brand. Okay, I already just went through that. You can work a 9 to 5. You can be an entrepreneur, whatever. You are a brand. When people see you, when your name come up, there are things that comes to mind when they think about you, right? It's a lot of things when we think about brands, when we think about just do it. What you think about? You think about Nike. So when people see you, it's something, or your name is called, they think something comes to mind. And it's how they encountered you. And if it was negative, baby. But you have the ability to change the perception. You have the ability to show up differently. You have control over that. Okay. So showing up and representing your brand. So you are a brand. Consistency is key, right? And I said that consistency is key in your appearance. Consistency is key in your work. And consistency is key in how you engage with others. Okay. And then being authentic. Showing up as your true self, okay? And so that strengthens your brand, okay? I think I need to start showing more of my silly self because I am a little silly sometimes, right? I can be silly. I tell my friends all the time that I'm going to start charging them because every time we get on the phone, they have a bucket loads of laughter. And I be dead serious, but they get laughter out of me because they know that I'm not going to charge them. And so I tell them all the time, if you want to elevate your life, okay. I hope y'all still there. I am back. I never lost connectivity, but I just did. So we are wrapping this up. And what we're going to say, okay, do y'all see me now? I see old frozen. Do you see me now? Do you have me now? Say yes, yes, yes in the chat. But I am closing out here. So here's the thing. So we went over those three things, which was cultivating a healthy self-relationship, know, live, and operate in your purpose, and showing up and representing your brand. Yes, you got me. Okay, got it. So this is what I want from you. Okay, you here. Okay, you back. Okay, got it. So remember, greatness is already inside of you. Okay. And what I said was I was going to give you three ways. There's so many more ways I could have gave you guys, but these were three ways to step into your greatness and elevate your life. And so greatness is already inside of you. It's about stepping into your power. It's about owning it. And it's about letting the world see your light. Evaluate your life one intentional step at a time. So which of these steps will you focus on first to step into your greatness, right? Put it in the chat. Which of these will you step into first? Cultivating a healthy self-relationship, know, live, and operating in your purpose, showing up and representing your brand, or all of the above, right? You know, for some, yes, yes, yes. Okay. Okay, I see your yeses over there on IG. Okay. And so here's the thing. If you're ready to embrace your own outward beauty journey and step fully into your purpose, God has designed for you, your calling. I'd love to invite you to my I have an upcoming Styling Confidence Masterclass. I think it's happening on the 24th. Yep, because that's Tuesday. You can go to my bio. I'll link it here at the bottom and click the link in my bio and to sign up for that. Or you can comment style on below here, below this, and I'll send you the details and how you can join. I'll send you the invitation to join us. But together we can explore how to align your external presentation with your inner values and strengths so that you can show up to the world as confident, with confidence and grace, I would like to say, right? And so for more practical tips on how you can continue to grow and elevate in life, I encourage you to grab my book, The Journey The Journey to Beautiful Living, 7 Pillars for Living a Fulfilled Life. If you don't have it, shame on you. Get the book. I'm telling you guys, it is life changing. I get I get testimonies all the time, and they always talking about every woman needs this in their in need to read it. So that was the last one. Every woman need to read this. What's the last one? Okay. Am I invited? Somebody say, or am I invited? If you feel you need to be there, if you feel you need to be there, then yeah, you need to click the link in my bio. And so for more practical tips, like I said, grab my book, The Journey to Beautiful Living. I also have a ebook called Release the Style Within You. You can find it at KeisaCampbell.com/shop. And guys, guess what? Y'all can follow me on LTK. That's Like to Know. And my Amazon storefront. Okay, so all of that is in my bio. You can click the link there to follow me there for more for style and fashion tips and things of such. And so these resources are designed to help you embrace your authentic self, and to show up in your unique style, and to operate and live in your purpose, right? It's so many good nuggets in here, starting with your mindset all the way to embracing community, okay? It's all everything. It's every aspect of your life. Wellness, beautiful living is whole life wellness in every area of your life. In this book, we hit it, okay? And so visit my website, KeisaCampbell.com, if you are ready to live out your purpose, career, and show up in style and confidence. So every day above ground is an opportunity to make your life beautiful. Every day that God gives you the gift of life, because it is truly a gift. When we open up our eyes in the morning before our feet hit the ground and hit the floor, that is a gift that God has given us, right? And so every day above ground is an opportunity to make your life beautiful. It's not about perfection, but it's about progress. So let's take the journey together by supporting and uplifting one another along the way. Don't forget to follow, subscribe, and share. So click this share button. You need to share this out. Share this episode with a friend. Until next time, stay beautiful and keep living your best life. And know that beautiful living awaits you. Hey, Vanessa, I'm ending this live. You got to go back and watch it. All right. Love you.